Hey guys, what's up? And this video is gonna actually be about a review and how I felt about the positives and negatives of the movie Batman v Superman. Like now the movie Batman v Superman is gone, right? I mean, most of you would have watched it, and from that, basically, there were a lot of things we could have got from it. There are a lot of things that the movie didn't really make up with. So, moving on now on when I went and watched a movie, I really enjoyed it because it was good, right? It got the Batman v Superman part right. But when you really go on social media and see, you really get two sides on this movie. It's hard to decide whether this movie was a success or a failure. Yeah, it passed certain amount of movies, and it's got its competition against Marvel, but does it still live up to what we expected? Now, to many people, yeah, okay, maybe not, maybe, but to many of the fans really enjoyed it. But then when I went on social media, I found out that the fans enjoyed it, but the critics didn't. And now there is a war between both of them. And so, you guys can go participate in the war, but it's honestly no use because it's still hard to get it down all to one thing. To me, Batman v Superman was a success. I really enjoyed the action and how the things were sort of done and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, even the story was all right. Even the scene where Flash and Cyborg and Wonder Woman and all that stuff, that scene was sort of, before we went to watch the movie, it was like a spoiler. We already knew that at some point in the movie, that scene would come. I didn't really enjoy that scene much because it didn't show, a lot about the characters that could come up in the Justice League, but it was alright. To give us that hint about the Justice League and stuff like that, it was alright. Then, I enjoyed especially the scene where he goes in the Batmobile and he goes after that truck and stuff like that. That scene was just crazy because it blew my mind out. I never seen anything like that with so much of destruction and all that. So yeah, that's one thing where it comes to Batman v Superman. About the negatives though, I really can't find any negatives when related to Batman v Superman because it was a good film. You really can't find any negatives. There are small things that people find out, like why does Batman kill people with a gun, but then again, he has no choice. Think about it. At that moment, would he really want to get the enemy to sit down and talk about it? No. So those aren't really scenes that people need to worry about because overall they have done the movie well because it leads up to something. It always does. When it comes to Marvel and DC, it always does. So the Batman v Superman part that led up to the final battle between them, it was good. But one thing I didn't really enjoy was Superman's power. It was more based off on Batman. Superman was more down to earth, and he really showed more of his human form than his actual self. So even in the last scene, that whole kryptonite battle, it was it was just like Batman was like the champ. From the beginning it was like Batman's the champ because the moment he raised that kryptonite, I don't really know what it's called. I think it's called, I'll just call it kryptonite thing, will you? It's a kryptonite thing where he raised that up. We just knew Superman had no chance. So even Superman was considered weak, and people really wanted to see a lot of power from Superman. But then we really didn't get that coming. So yeah, okay, for the Batman fans, it's a good thing. For Superman, maybe not. Right, so that's that, and yeah, so that was that. Then the other thing was the final battle. Even Wonder Woman really didn't show a fight. Yeah, she was there and stuff like that, but well, from the trailer we kind of knew who Wonder Woman was. So that's another thing with the trailers, because the Batman v Superman trailer gave out a lot in the movie. So we were already prepared for what's going to happen in the movie. We knew at some point this is going to happen, at some point that's going to happen. So that sort of got our hopes down a bit because we expected more, and everything was shown in the trailer. And then the other thing was, it wasn't really as humorous, but I get it. It's Batman v Superman, it's supposed to be dark, right? So when it comes to making it dark, I think they did a really good job. The other one was, I think, the final battle was just way too colorful because the visual effects, there were way too many lights for people's eyes. I think I saw people covering their eyes in the cinema because it just was just too much. Like the energy going around, uh, going around. So yeah, I was actually talking about Doomsday. Like the power around him, he just absorbs so much energy, and it was like orange, red, yellow, blue, all sorts of colors just mixed in one. And I mean, it was really too hard, especially wearing 3D glasses and looking at that stuff was like, I mean, it was just too much. But overall, I guess, yeah, he gave a very powerful combat because it was like he was unstoppable and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, I don't say anything wrong. Even even the ending, the one where Superman dies, it's not really as soothing because the last scene sort of doesn't have a proper ending very well. It doesn't end right. It sort of ends like, you know what, let's just finish it off from there. Let's just cut it from the last battle. So that's where it sort of doesn't really do it well. But yeah, it sort of gives out hints and points that that for the future upcoming Justice League movies and all the other movies that might come from DC. But I mean, I really didn't have a problem when it came to the story, but some of my friends and family, they told me that the story wasn't really good. They expected more from it and stuff like that, but I would say they did all right. Maybe there may be a few hiccups here and there, but they did all right. There's really nothing to worry about it. So I mean, yeah, that's all I have to say about the movie. I mean, if you guys have anything to say about the movie, just comment below on our comment section, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching this, guys. We'll see you in our next video.